Hey guys, welcome back. Truth be told, I almost didn't have the energy for this video, so if I sound a little less enthusiastic than normal, that's probably why. But we're gonna push through. I'm gonna try to get this done. So we've covered a lot, especially over on Fandom Pulse, where I do write some content once in a while. We have covered the Marvel X-Men, the reboot of the X-Men 97 cartoon, the way that the characters have been treated by Marvel, especially with like the reboot of the X-Men, both in the comics and the cartoon, where they're changing a lot of the characters to be more progressive, if you will. They've decided to make Nightcrawler's mom into a dad, being what's her face, Mystique. Apparently now, because she can shapeshift, she can be she's basically Nightcrawler's lesbian transgender dad, apparently, somehow. They've done this also with like the non-binary character Morph on the cartoon. Just a lot of the retconning, it's just really strange. And so we've covered recently from John Della Rose over here on Fandom Pulse how Marvel Comics leaked that there's going to be a relaunch of the comics with two teams, basically, led by Kitty Pryde and Rogue. So again, you still got the strong independent women leading their own teams. And it's just going to be kind of a cringe, I don't know, how often can you be beat over the head by the same thing until it's like, yeah, we get it. Women are strong and independent. That's great, wonderful, but give us a break already, you know? I mean, look at how Captain Marvel did. Just think about that. Think about how the Marvels did, how they fared after mostly men went to go see it. Women didn't even want to go pay to see it. Same with Madam Web. It was still predominantly men, young men, that went and saw that movie. So this is the world we live in, and anytime you criticize it, you have outlets like the Mary Sue. This article here is from February 25th, so 4 days ago, talking about how are all these neckbeards and Republicans fans of the X-Men. They're literally not for you. Literally not for you, okay? That's what they say over the Mary Sue. And you can imagine she calls all these people that are complaining about X-Men 97 being woke, patchy neckbeards, and people who are fans of Comicsgate. And to be honest, I am neither. I have a very nice beard. It's not patchy at all, and I don't really care about Comicsgate either way. But that being said, they've also done articles like this one from, I think this was a day ago, February 28th. If you're this upset about X-Men 97's rogue character design, please go to therapy. So a lot of spurging out on Mary Sue over this cartoon, excuse me. And I get it, because they're on the other side of the culture war, and they want to push the agenda, the progressive rebooting of history, saying, oh no, X-Men was always woke, it was always designed to be an allegory for LGBT people, and, you know, Magneto and Xavier were always Martin Luther and Malcolm X, even though they weren't. They were based on two Jewish leaders, and it didn't have anything to do with LGBT representation. In fact, Chris Claremont, even in that panel, where it was famously discussed, I think it was back in 2000, said, well, sure, if you want to read between the lines and put that in between the pages, go for it. I guess it works, but it wasn't designed to be a gay allegory. And so now what we're seeing, Gail Simone, who's been a writer for a long time, she's been around very much on the left progressive side of things, but she's coming around a little bit, it seems, to realizing that comics, the industry as a whole, is in bad shape. There's a lot of problems. And so she's actually done some rather centrist, said some centrist things out there on Twitter. She's put some not so crazy takes out there, and now she's going to get attacked for it, and you'll see in a minute here why. She announced back in 2023 at this Women of Marvel, event that they had, they even have a podcast for it, that there's going to be some new projects featuring women in Marvel, and one of them was this Women of Marvel #1 issue, coming out this month here in February 2024. And of course, she's one of the writers on it, and it's featuring all these female characters. Go figure. It's kind of on the nose again, but whatever. Well, it's released now. It's out there in the wild, and the response to it is absolutely hilarious. Now, let me remind you, this is for the people that want more women, more strong, independent women out there. This is for the people that are screaming that men are evil, down with the patriarchy, smash the patriarchy. And they put this out there, and the response to it has been hilarious. So here's the TLDR on this issue. Essentially, the villain is an incel that wants to erase female comic book characters because he can't deal with how women are, right? He just can't deal with women. So the way that she treated the storyline was basically that they get the villain down here, they beat him, and he's like, oh, I suppose you'll want me to send you back. And he's like, and I suppose you want all the men to disappear now. It's only fair. And they're like, what? No, we don't want the men to disappear. We love them. And I can't tell, to be honest. I believe this was done tongue-in-cheek. I don't know if this was her being sincere or if she was doing like a women are better than men because the women are over here praising the men, whereas the men apparently would just shit all over the women. But you got like all these characters, you know, saying, oh no, we love those guys. You know who's surprisingly great? Iron Man. Come on, have you seen Spidey? He's the best. Luke Cage. Maybe I'm guessing, but I think my read is destined for great things. He is Sue. They all are. And the people down below in the replies are freaking out. And it's like, maybe this was a clever way to try to bridge the gap, to bring everybody together. I don't know if this was done to be sarcastic, a slap in the face. Maybe it's just to make everybody realize, hey, we don't have to hate each other. There's good things to be found in both genders, which I think is a fine message. No big issue with that. People down below, though, did a man write this because this feels so self-masturbatory? I'm crying. I didn't read the dialogue. What is this? What the F is this? What am I reading? What with a bunch of question marks? Who wrote this? Misandry needs to be enforced by law, I swear. Like, we can't even celebrate women in Marvel without promising to the male audience that don't worry, they're not ugly man-hating feminists. In 2024, question mark. I mean, this is gold. This is incredible. And again, I don't know if this was done intentionally. I don't know if this was done to make women happy, to enrage women, to maybe poke fun at men. Could be, maybe it's all those things in one. I have no idea. But the reaction tells you everything you need to know, and I think it's hilarious. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about all this. Again, I think it's very telling of the times that we're in that there's this much controversy over a comic book. But let me know what you think down below, and I will see you on the next one. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. We do have 2 channels, one for daily uploads, the other one for more of my live streams and hot takes. Links to both are down below, as well as the ability to join as a channel member for as little as $3 a month, and that'll greatly help us out. Much appreciated. We also have links to our Etsy accounts down below, as well as our website. We also have locals and Subscribestar. If you didn't want to support us on YouTube, you can support us through those. Thanks again for being here, and we will see you on the next one.